Hello and welcome, viewers, to our new series called Acuiti Talks. In this podcast, we are going to be talking about Q2C processes, which is code to cash, and actually talking about what that is, what it means for businesses, and how it can be a crucial and game changing subject for a lot of businesses from various industries and various sizes. We are going to be hearing from industry experts who are going to be sharing their insights about different cases that they have seen and come across, and also doing a deep dive into how you can optimize your code to cash processes and make it efficient for your business. Today, we are welcoming Manoj Harbhajanka, CEO of Acuiti Labs, to lead us through this first episode. He is going to be sharing his insights about Q2C and how that can help and be very beneficial for businesses to help strategize and make your operations more efficient. Manoj's expertise in this area, especially code to cash, BRIM, and other billing automated services, make him the ideal guest for today's conversation. So, without further ado, welcoming Manoj Harbhajanka to this first episode, and let's take a deep dive into the world of Q2C.
Thank you, Rhea, for having me today. Code to cash is an interesting space. For most organizations, it would mean having a good contracting capability in place. So being able to send out quotes or agree quotes with their customers, put that contract together, should automatically flow from that contract. And the ability for the customers to receive information in terms of the services provided and when they've been provisioned automatically, so that these can be rated and charged and then invoiced to the customers accurately. And all the revenue that is received as a result of that is then automatically accounted. And this whole process, right from the point at which we are providing the code to our customers to the point we receive the cash through the system. That entire process of code to cash is what we talk about as automating or optimizing the process.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good. So, what would you say are some of the specific benefits of optimizing your code to cash process?
Yeah, typically, in most customers, what we see is they have disparate systems in place which are not necessarily talking to each other. A typical example would be people might have a quote system, a configure price quote system in place, which doesn't really talk to their contracting system, or the contracting system is not configured for developing and creating the pricing for them, and therefore they're having to use multiple systems in order to just create the contract. And then subsequently, as I said earlier, provisioning and being able to record the events that take place, which trigger the billing event, that is not automated. And in a lot of places, we see that's a manual process. So if we are able to automate that process, it means that you're likely to get accurate invoices. You're, of course, just removing that manual process of doing this is going to get you more accuracy, less error prone. Also, if you automate the process of provisioning and recording the events automatically for rating and charging, you end up reducing the revenue leakage that typically the customers would have. And this is what we see in most of our customers, is that they would have manual processes for recording the events and therefore billing their customers, which end up losing some of those events in the process and therefore losing revenue. Time to market is quite an important thing. You would typically have customers who have systems which are hard baked and it's very difficult for them to change. And in this dynamic world that we live in, processes change, pricing change, the bundling and the way we package our deliveries, that changes. And if you're not able to change that promptly, that obviously results in either lost opportunity or you end up sending the wrong invoices to our customers. Also, if you have this end-to-end process which is automated, you will typically end up um, getting much better 360 view of the customer, degree view of the customer, as well as a good understanding of what's the data that's gone through the system, which means much better reporting. All in all, you'd see that you'll have much better customer satisfaction, and therefore, definitely as a part of your revenue management, you're able to improve your top line, but also as a result of the accuracy in your invoicing, you have happy customers and hence the impact on the bottom line.
Yeah. I think by that it is clear that there's a lot of benefits of actually optimizing your quote to cash process. Would you also want to shed some light on what would be the challenges that businesses would face while doing this?
So that's an interesting question. Of course, there are challenges. First and foremost thing is that if people are going for automated process, transforming their order to cash, quote to cash process, they should be ready and prepared for change management. And in several instances, we see where customers would like to automate their process or transform their process, but the change management part of it doesn't come along at the same pace. And that would be a big challenge. I think that's something that should be addressed right at the beginning. So that should be part of the program as we embark on a change management program. Other than that, of course, making sure that you've got your processes documented, a good understanding of your end-to-end processes, and being able to bring that to the table for design during the design sessions, I think is very important. The other challenge that we would typically see would be as part of the program management itself, whether there is executive connect, whether there is enough focus being put by the business onto this program like this, which is transformational. I think that's quite important to make sure that the program is delivered successfully.
So moving on, so since we have so many clients that of course we have delivered wonderful projects for, what do you think or what do you feel are some of the tried and tested methods of actually optimizing the quote to cash process for a business?
One of the things that I have experienced over several years in this whole kind of strategy consulting and transformation consulting is that people are limited by their understanding of technology in today's world. And some of the technologies that we work with today are much, much better than what they were 10 years ago, 20 years ago. And therefore, there's a lot of value that can be created through these transformation programs where if their understanding is clear, understanding from the consultant side as well as from the business side that they're willing and open to that change management, I think can bring a lot of value. I can give you several examples of how that happens. So, for example, people who are working with Excel sheets today for their kind of billing processes, for them just getting that automated and run through a system automatically is a big win. But then the way they configure their products or the way they set that out, how they quote to their customers can be transformed as well at the same time, which could bring a lot more value for them. So all in all, Rhea, what I would say is anybody who wants to embark on a journey for transforming their order to cash, quote to cash processes should look for partners who can help them.
Amazing, actually, that's very insightful. And now that we are closing with this topic, maybe we can talk a bit about how Acuiti Labs can be that partner for anyone in this space looking to actually optimize their quote to cash processes.
Acuiti Labs has experience in quite a number of industries. We are, as an organization, we are focused only on quote to cash transformation. We do not do anything else. Everybody in the organization has a very, very strong and deep understanding of quote to cash processes across multiple industries, but also very, very strong knowledge and deep expertise in the SAP technologies that we use, whether that is on private cloud or on public cloud. And I think the fact that each and every project that we've done to date has been 100% success. All our clients are referenceable clients. I think it holds the kind of as a testimony of what we can do for people.
Okay, that sounds amazing. I think this was a very insightful session. And with this is a wrap for our first episode. Thank you, Manoj, for sharing these valuable insights with us today. And to you, viewers, thank you so much for tuning in today for the very first episode of our podcast series, Acuiti Talks. In this episode, we talked about the essence of Q2C processes and how they are very crucial for businesses of all sizes. In the next episode, we are going to be talking about manual systems, and businesses who are still using manual systems can face various challenges. So, until then, I'm your host Rhea. Goodbye.